Good morning, divine beloveds. Peace, well-being, prosperity, and the favor of spirit be to you and your house. I'm Carol, and welcome to the Summer Sunday Café. The God in you is perfect. Therefore, all is as it should be. I want to talk to you today about light. Genesis chapter 1, verse 3 says this, "And God said, let there be light." And the story goes on that there was light, and God said it was good. So God spoke light into existence and looked around at what God had created and decided, evaluated it, and said it was good. What I found very interesting is that in this first chapter of Genesis, the reference to that light, the beginning light after the spoken word, it is referenced 8 times. 8 times. It talks about the practicality. It talks about the sun, what we have interpreted as the sun, the moon, and the stars. It further goes on as you read that, and I encourage you to do that. It contrasts light with darkness, day with night, light with darkness. God didn't do away with the night and just bring in light, and then there was no nighttime. It is that the light differentiated light from darkness. The light created a contrast. I thought light is really, really important. When you have a blackout, where I live, when the wind blows, you get a blackout anytime. And the first thing I do without thinking is reach for the light switch. We are so accustomed to light that when there is an unexpected darkness, we get a little shook. And so when there's a blackout, I already have candles set in place, and the thing that you use to, I call it the cooker, the thing that you use to light the candles. And, we're in the light until the electricity is restored. But that's how important it is to us. Women, we know how important light is, that perfect lighting to get our makeup right, our hair right. Gentlemen, same thing with you. Light is important. We depend upon it to bring things into focus. So when I thought about light in our lives, I thought about dark places, depression, sadness, confusion, disappointment. Those are things that we would characterize as dark. But yet, in Genesis, in the beginning, which is not the beginning, I always say that, but it's a good place to start because the beginning is in eternity past. We can't find the beginning. And so Genesis says that God created light, but yet there was darkness. And in our lives, there is darkness, there's grief, there's all kind of sadness. And we can get disappointed. But here's one thing I want you to remember. When God said, let there be light, the light was shining, and it still shines. The light has never gone out. God said, let there be. God said it was good, and the light is still shining. In our moments of darkness, disappointment, despair, there are a number of things that describe that. Divorce, a business that didn't work out, a relationship that didn't work out, a disappointment that you can't find what you're looking for, or that our dreams are taking too long to manifest. Those are things we would characterize as dark. But the truth is, the light is still shining. So it is our responsibility to find the light in our dark places. It is knowing that the light of God, not just the light of God, but that God's self is within us, illuminating our way. We certainly have the capacity and the ability to cover the light. In the New Testament, it says that we are lights. We are the light of the world. We have a message. We have a life-giving, life-breathing word. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. We have the power to speak life and light. We are the light of the world. We can't even hide our light under a bushel because eventually we're going to be seen. And so as we are one with each other in our dark places, it is not for us to despair. And that's natural. I want to be clear about that. That's natural. We feel bad. Things aren't, just quite right. But we are still light. We still have access to light, that light from within us that illuminates so brightly. We also have the ability to reach out to others that can share light. There are those of us in the earth that are light workers, that are here for the express purpose of shining light so that those on this life journey who may be in places of darkness will be able to see by the work of the light workers. Jesus, the master teacher, everything that he teaches is light and life-giving. God said, let there be light. That light is still shining in the teaching of the master teacher. The problem isn't with the master teacher. We have to be open to the light that it might shine in our spaces of darkness and confusion as we embrace the teaching of Jesus, the man Jesus, the one that every religion recognizes as the master teacher. We just need to be open to the light. We need to be open to receive the illumination of spirit. I'm going to invite you to open your mics now, and I would love to have you talk to me about what your idea is about light.
Good morning, G.
Good morning.
I thank you for this message. It's really important that when you come into a dark place and there is light, darkness flee into every corner it can find. And so we thank you that the master teacher, Source, has brought you into our lives as that light. Blessings upon you in this session.
Thank you so much for saying that. Is there another comment? You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for the message this morning about light. I did appreciate that. When I think about your message, I think about when my mom passed away. And to me, it was great darkness. And one of my neighbors came by and she told my brother and she told us that, the sun is going to shine again. And even though we were in darkness, even though we were in depression, deep sadness, just the thought that, the sun is going to shine again. There's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. That was a big relief in knowing that. And sure enough, as time passed, we begin to see the light. And sometimes when we're in darkness, coming out of darkness can be hard for a lot of people. And some people stay in darkness a lot longer than others. However, it's just good to know that the light is just behind the clouds. And it is reachable and it is in us. We just have to let it shine.
Thank you. You made some really good points. I want to just bring that forward or bring that to the light, that you said that when you were in darkness, the person said that the sun would shine again. The light is always shining. It's those situations that cover the light, but our confidence is knowing that the light is there in all situations. So thank you for sharing that. And the other thing is when you said that it's difficult sometimes to come out of darkness into light. And that is certainly true. The idea is to remember that it is always there. Life givingness, positivity, that which Jesus taught us, it's always there. It's not a time when it doesn't apply. It's always there. And so when we think about that, I think about the infinite intelligence, the endless ingenuity and creativity of God to know how to illuminate in every situation. Tell your friends about this. This is a safe space to come to talk about scripture and some of the other sacred texts that we have available to us without judgment. This is the place where you can come and connect with spirit and be okay. I'll see you in the spirit next time.